Good day, dear colleagues. The topic of my speech, the key features of the CoCalc cloud services used in the process of mathematics and science teachers training. There is need to develop new learning technologies and models of educational environment design of qualified teaching staff training. This problem can be solved using cloud technology tools. The main advantage of implementing cloud computing is the openness of access to qualitative learning resources. The idea is to identify the approach and to assess the methods of implementing the learning components in the cloud in the process of mathematics teachers training. In the study of later, the CoCalc cloud services was used to process a large array of data. Scientists investigated the advantages and disadvantages of using the CoCalc cloud services in training. The author have described the platform, the methodological system, and the peculiarities of teaching in the context of different modes of use of the cloud services. Some methods of teaching different subjects using CoCalc were exposed. As there are new facilities and modes of using the cloud services in the educational view to the last achievements and developments in this area. In particular, the current progress of CoCalc applications, the use of innovative use of this kind of services need for attention. The modern STM can be different types, applications, areas, and architecture still. They appear to have similar case features of their structure and composition. They include usually the next main components. One of the main components is the computing core of the system. Standard default codes for use in complex user function and procedures. Intuitive user interface that will allow you to perform quickly complex calculations using a standard set of functions. Powerful graphics packets that may be used in mathematics and other areas. Package of additional modules that significantly explain the capabilities of SCM. Additional models, libraries, and functions that are not included by default in the kernel. Flexible help system that simplifies the use of certain functions, libraries, templates. SCM has undergone some changes over time. During the 16th and 19th of the 20th centuries, SCM were mostly local. Is regarded installation on a local computer. In 19th of 20th century and until the first decade of 21st centuries, web STM appeared, which allows you to work with STM directly via the internet and configure a web browser. It was the second stage of STM evolution. The use of web STM had certain advantages. The availability of powerful tools for building and researching mathematical models for various mathematical disciplines. The first version of SAGE emerged in 206. The first cloud system was developed in 209. It caused the third stage in the development of STM. CoCalc new name is a cloud services that combines all the features and tools of SAGE and web STM SAGE. The criteria for cloud services selection. The following selection criteria may be used for selecting a cloud services appropriate for the certain educational needs. Computing power provided for the work of an individual user, as well as how much data may be processed simultaneously. Where there are tools for organizing and monitoring the learning process. Availability of different draft plans to explain the computing capabilities of the cloud services. Open source code and free access to the installation or integration of additional modules and applications, along with the basic set of tools being protected. Availability of tools for certain strong joint editing of resources or files in variety formats. CoCalc is a cloud computing and mass calculations management platform. CoCalc directly supports the SAGE worksheets, which interactively evaluates the SAGE code. SAGE Math, formerly SAGE or SAGE in Algebra and Geometry System for Numerical Operations and Research, is a computer algebra system that has various functions that cover many aspects of mathematics, including algebra, combinatorics, graph theory, numerical analysis, calculus, and statistics. Comparison of the distribution of the experimental and control groups of students after the formation stage of the experiment, the scale levels, higher from 16% to 20%, sufficient from 26% to 36%, average from 27% to 28%, low from 21% to 16%. The analysis of the results of the forming stage of the pedagogical experiment showed that the distribution of the levels of the formation of professional competencies in the experimental and control groups of mathematics trainee teachers has statistically significant difference due to the implementation of the developed method of using the cloud services CoCalc, which confirms the hypothesis of the study. There is a way to examine the difference between working with software in the local-based and cloud-based versions, comparing the use of different programming tools of CoCalc cloud services. The use of Octave based on CoCalc enables the user to work with Octave in a cloud and also to use in the collaboration. SageVS may provide the mathematical functions, but the syntax may be different and not compatibility with MATLAB. The source code for Octave is freely distributed under the terms of the GNU General Public License. It makes possible to use free all of its functions in the learning process. In the cloud version, there are the same commands as in the local one, and also there are some additional possibilities. The advantage of the cloud version is that it can be accessed from different computers, even from a smartphone. The cloud-based interface of Octave used through CoCalc may slightly different from its local versions, though not very significant as its capabilities remain. Now the Octave language is penetrating the math teacher's educational process. This language is a useful tool for teachers training as it enables learners to perform different mathematical calculations and operate with functions. Comparisons of using the local versions of Octave and the cloud one is a prospective trend for future research. The emergence and development of new forms of learning focused on the collaborations of groups of students and joint activities in online mode was caused by the availability of cloud services, including specialized. It is justified that the cloud services may be purposely used in the process of science and mathematics teachers' trainings as tools for groups communications of listeners, synchronics and asynchronous collaborating in a real-time processing, systematization and storage of educational data. The described teaching experience with the use of CoCalc demonstrated its potential to become a group for a variety of learning methods. The teachers, through the use of the control and monitoring tools offered by the system, can supply and control students' performance. That it's an added benefit of using this platform. Finally, these services is also suitable for use as the research collaborative platform. Thank you for attention. Please, your questions.